Hello friends, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about colors, how to pick colors for your Shopify store, website, or your personal brand or Instagram account or anything that you're trying to do, okay? But this is super important. This is what will make your brand, okay? When people get into it, if you have a consistent color palette, this will be like amazing for your brand because you will see people will see, okay, these people, they look real, they know what they're doing, but this is not something that they come up as a conclusion as soon as they see the colors that you're using. This is actually in their mind. They don't know what's going on, but colors transmit an actual vibe inside the store, the brand as a whole. This is one of the first things that you need to be picking. So one of the things I always see is that when I start reviewing Shopify stores from viewers and all of these, and even for clients, and I get into the stores, I am like, wow, they if they don't have a consistent color palette from here to everything else that I'm reviewing, they have a ton of mistakes, because this is one of the things that are super common, that people, they just get started and they're like, well, I like blue, I like pink, I like yellow. So it's like they start combining all of these without any reasons or anything like that. So today I'm bringing you a new tool, which is called Colors, okay? COOLORS.co, okay? There are many tools just like this one. This is completely free. This will let you actually find the right combination of colors for your store, and then what you need to do is apply this combination, and then after this, make sure that you stay consistent, because if you start changing the colors from your Instagram account, Facebook, Shopify, and all of these, they all look different. You won't find a consistent look, and people will be like, well, this is not like a huge brand, okay? This is not like, a professional brand. This is the feel. They're not thinking about the colors, but they're thinking about how it looks, how it's perceived, okay? So if I tell you, okay, Starbucks, you think about green, right? If I tell you Coca-Cola, you think about red, right? I tell you McDonald's, yellow and red, okay? So it's that, okay? You need to be able to keep consistency, okay? Chick-fil-A, again, you think like the, the kind of the three colors is super peaceful, it's like, that's the thing that you need to start thinking, okay? So the first thing that you need to do, go ahead to colors.co and then click start the generator, okay? After this, super easy to actually implement. You will find, what I recommend is do a research. Let's say that if you are in the outdoor space and you're like hiking equipment, maybe inside the greens and all of these, if you are like, near the sea and all of these, maybe you are like blues. It depends on what are you trying to convey, okay? If you are more creatives, like me, you use purple. If you are like, if you want to make a statement, you can use like yellow, green. There are many things that you need to think about when you're thinking about your brand. This is a process of branding. Later on, we can get into this topic in other videos if you want to watch this on how to actually think about your brand and actually construct this inside your actual guidelines of brand, okay? I have a video about specifically branding on the questions that you need to ask yourself to actually get a clear perspective beside colors, okay? But I'll link that video in the description so you can actually watch it. But regarding colors, after you do all of these questionnaire from that video, there is a time that you need to pick them, okay? And today I'm teaching you how to do it, okay? So right here, for my case, for example, if I select the color right here, I know my number by heart for AC3. So this is the purple that I always use for everything inside the agency, my own personal brand, etc. Okay, so right here I have the main color. I always pick one, okay? I don't try to get across and like, well, I like purple and I like yellow, I like this and that. So this is the main one, okay? So I always pick one, okay? This is what's going for the bottoms. So for example, if you go to heymeneses.com, etc., so my bottoms are like purple, okay? This is something that I always keep consistent. The same way for your Shopify store, etc. So go ahead, pick that color, super easy. If you go to my main website, is the color purple for the actual buttons and the things that I want to highlight, okay? So that's the main thing, okay? The other thing that you need to pick, obviously, is your clear color, which is the whites, okay? Something that's easier to understand when you have a dark background, okay? Let's say that you're writing on a dark blue, under purple, etc. So you need to get a version of white something that's easy. Like for example, this is like the main white, but you can actually use any shade that you want. Okay, so obviously we got the white, and then we lock the kind of white that we want to find. Okay, it doesn't have to be this specific white. It can be something that it's easy to read in the dark background. Okay, this way, whatever combination that you do, you always have a way to actually get the message across. Because one of the rules of colors that you need to understand, that you never, when you have a dark background, you never put like another dark letters, okay? Because it won't be easy to read, it won't be easy to understand. So that's something that you need to keep in mind, and that's the reason why you need a light and a dark color, okay? So this one, we always have the purple, the white, and then obviously we have the black right here that we can use, but we can put the code for black, and then that is it. We have it locked, okay? So for the white, that's one of the versions of white. We can also change it with the actual white right there. And then we have purple, white, and black, okay? After we have these, if you go to the space bar, then you can have two more options, okay? These will complement your main color, okay? So as you can see, I'm actually looking for colors, and the system is creating the palette that actually resonates with these three colors together, something like that looks good together, okay? So right here, if I keep pressing the space bar, you will see different options, okay, that go well with that one. For example, this version looks super nice. You can use this to accent some of the buttons, for example, etc. But the main protagonist of the actual website is the purple. So as soon as I like this one, for example, I click this one, I lock this one in the actual thing, and then I have one more option, and then I keep looking until I see something like that, okay? So this will be the color palette for my Shopify store, okay? So that's an example for my personal brand, okay? So this is the thing that you need to do before you do anything, the design or anything like that. As soon as you get the colors, the main colors, everything that you do from this point on, you don't need to fluctuate, you don't need to start testing different other colors. You need to keep consistent, okay? The posts that you do on social media, the actual colors inside your website, the actual logo, everything that has something to do with your brand, it needs to have these options of colors, okay? It's not like, well, I got bored of these. Well, if you got bored, you need to actually do a proper rebrand and actually let people know that everything else is changing to a new rebrand, okay? Again, don't do this often. Obviously, most of the people, they start a business the first year and they change the brand completely because they started learning the actual audience. That's normal, but after you get the ball rolling, don't start doing rebrands every single time, because people, it's difficult, okay? If you see big brands, they do like rebrands around 5 to every 10 years, but that's normal, okay? So as soon as you get your colors, write this down on a note, on a Word document. What I do for our clients is we actually create a PDF document that has all of the information. So whenever they get a new employee, they get a new contractor or anything like that, they send this information to them, and even designers, etc. So they get it right away. They have the font for the brand, they have the colors and all of this, so they know exactly what they're working with, okay? And they know that they cannot go out of this, okay? So big takeaways from this is always get like a kind of a black color, always get like a kind of a white color, a main protagonist, which is the purple, and then two colors that supplement the main protagonist, okay? So this is my piece of advice for your brands, for your colors. And as soon as you integrate this to your Shopify store, website store, whatever you're trying to do online, you will see a big change. As soon as you keep it consistent, people will recognize your brand, and then you'll start seeing the changes. People will be like, oh, purple. They'll recognize as soon as they see a post on their feed. As soon as they go to the website, they can connect it super easily. And even with your brand, influencers and all of this, you can do clothing and all of this. It's super cool, the things that you can do after you get your colors the right way, okay? After that, you'll see the code right here. This is the hex code, and super easy, and you can get different types right here, the RGB, etc. But the hex is super easy for Photoshop and anything that you're trying to do, maybe Canva or anything like that. And that is it. You copy and paste it and you use it whatever you're trying to do, okay? So besides that, I recommend that you watch the video about branding. I'll link it down in the description, and also go to heymeneses.com/toolkit to get my free e-commerce toolkit. I put everything that you need to do to get your e-commerce store started. Okay, I'm talking my product research calculator, my supplier and influencer templates, my Facebook ads course, 2 hours completely free, step by step, my track order page, SEO checklist to actually start ranking on Google, super easy, and then my Google and YouTube ads guide. Okay, super easy to get started right there. Okay, so everything will be for free here in heymeneses.com/toolkit. Okay, the link is in the pinned comment and also in the description. Okay, besides that, you're ready to go. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye bye now.